the details of a horrific homicide that unfolded at this Rochester Hills home on Newcastle in the Hawthorne Hills subdivision just before noon today. Two men posing as utility workers. The sheriff says in no way were they connected to DTE or any other work crew.
Additionally, we've recently learned that they came last night at about 10 o'clock last night and also said the same thing, but they were not given admittance into the house last night. They came back this morning with the same thing, said there's a gas leak. They were allowed in the house. The husband went to the basement with them where the gas comes into the house, and the wife never saw him again.
The 72-year-old homeowner was found by sheriff's investigators dead in the home's basement. The two men who got inside then duct taped the man's wife in a room upstairs. How her husband was killed remains unknown right now.
We're not sure exactly the cause, quite frankly, because there was so much blood. We're not.
Gunfreak Nation, as you can clearly see that I told y'all it may be better neighborhoods, upscale neighborhoods, but there is no such thing as a safe neighborhood. Now, these savages, it was two of them involved. They have got clever. These these savages, they pose. First of all, let me tell you where this happened at. Rochester Hills, Michigan, is a suburb, a very affluent, wealthy, upscale community, man. The city of Rochester is very, very, very wealthy. You know, I'm talking about like they got money out there, all right? But you see what happened. And I told y'all, like I said before, it's you can be in a nice neighborhood, a wealthy, affluent neighborhood, upscale neighborhood, but that don't mean that you are in a safe neighborhood. They becoming the targets now. Now, these two savages was clever enough to pose as DTE workers. And for those who don't live in Michigan, I don't know what they call it. You know, it might be called another name in y'all area where y'all live at, in another state or something. Let me DTE is like the electric and gas. You know, they posed as DTE men, even had the truck. Now, I don't know whether they stole a DTE truck or they just put something on the side, that, you know, a sign on the side to make it look like a real DTE truck. But they came, they tried to do it that night around 10 something, that earlier that night, they didn't let them in. So you know what the two savages did? They returned the following morning and they let them in. You know, they knocked on the door saying it was a gas leak, and the guy opened up his door and let them in to his demise. Now, if you ask me, he had to be targeted. For them to come back twice, I don't think, I really don't think that it was random. I think he was targeted. They said he owned a jewelry store in Hamtramck, which is very near Detroit, you know, in Hamtramck, Michigan. So obviously he was targeted. You just never know, you know, but it's unfortunate that he lost his life. And from what I'm hearing, that they tied up the wife. They duct taped her up, tied her up, and she was able to escape. Now, a part of me, I just don't know. I don't want to speculate, man. I hope it wasn't an inside job, you know. But this guy was 72 years old, you know. The way I'm thinking, if he had a young wife, you know what the police gonna do. They go, you know, stuff like this. They investigated. It could have been an inside job, you know, for insurance policy. We don't know. But as it is right now, the savages, man, I'm going to tell y'all right now, anybody knock on y'all door claiming they from the electric, the electric department or the gas or, DTE or whatever. Anybody knock on your door, it could be the cable man, the FedEx man, the UPS man. Do not allow them in your home, even if they show a badge or something, because these savages, they have gotten so clever and so sneaky that they are printing out what's the word? They are printing out fake IDs, ID cards. So it's not to be trusted, man. I mean, if anybody, come to your door saying they represent, company, the gas company, the electric company, or something like that, don't let them in. Get on the phone, call the company, and confirm it. And once it's been confirmed, then it's all right for you to let them in. But for somebody to just show up and say, hey, your cable is out, or, it's a gas leak, we need to come in. Nah, don't trust that, man. Do not trust that. But like I said, it could be something totally different where it could have been a setup, an inside job. You just never know. This guy was 72 years old, man. And why did they feel the need? Like, it's a lot of things that's just bothering me about this case. And this literally just happened. Why did they feel the need to unalive him? It's something that's just not sitting. If it was just going to be a robbery, why turn a robbery into a homicide? I don't get it, man. Like I said, this just happened. More is to come out. But Gun Freak Nation, listen, I love y'all to death. I really do. I love y'all. And I want y'all to be safe out there, because this is not, keep your head on a swivel. This is nothing to play with. This is nothing to joke around. This savage is out there right now. Now, the two savages that did this, they haven't been caught. So they walking around right now. So I need y'all to get your guns. That's number one. Get prepared, trained, comfortable with your guns, and just have that situational awareness. Be savage ready. Just don't allow any and everybody in your home, okay? If you out there in the streets, conducting business, going grocery shopping, that's when it can happen. When you pumping your gas, getting, stopping off at a gas station, getting gas, grocery store, going to, Walmart or whatever. You just gotta just stay alert to your surroundings, to your environment, and peep out if anybody watching you, or if something ain't if you're not feeling it, and something is off and you feel like something is wrong, it can potentially happen. Remove yourself from that situation. Get out of there. It's not worth it if that savage is coming for you. You understand? So, condolences to the family, man. And if the wife didn't have anything to do with it, she's going to be traumatized for the rest of her life. And I'm not making accusations, but I've seen many a times where people, has been inside. It just, like, number one, I'm going to say it again. Why did they, obviously this wasn't random. If they tried to go there that night at around 10 o'clock that night, and they was denied entrance, they came back in the morning. That next morning they came back, and the man let them in. So it's just, he was targeted, man. And you just never know who watching you, who lurking around the corner, gonna try to get the drop on you. So, Gun Freak Nation, man, y'all stay safe out there, man. You just never know. You just never know. So please stay safe. Stay armed, stay responsible with your firearms, stay righteous, and be ready to send that demonic savage to Funky Town. I love you, God Freak Nation. Salute, man. And rest in peace to the man that lost his life, man. This guy owned his own business, jewelry shop, and I'm pretty sure he worked hard to get to where he was at in life, and living in a big mansion. Basically, that house to me is like a mansion, and to have your life, to be robbed of your life because you are successful, it ain't right. It ain't right. It ain't right. And maybe he thought because he was in Rochester Hills in a nice neighborhood like that, wealthy neighborhood like that, maybe, people do sometimes tend to have a sense of, a false sense of security, man. And he trusted these people. He probably looked out there, saw the truck, saw that the truck had DTE on it, or right, because they be in white trucks with DTE on it. And it's not make sense. Anyway, Gun Freak Nation, I love y'all. Salute.